Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Micks, Mowers, and today's episode we're going to be taking a look at this little Wolf 950 Gen, which is part of a job lot that come in. I've already got the still running, which is nothing wrong with that, the handy multi-tool and the mower that's running. This is item number 4 of 5, so looking forward to doing this one. Pulled it over just to check compression when I got in the back of the van, that's it. There's no fuel in the tank, nothing like that, so that's good. Incidentally, if this is your first time in watching Micks Mowers, don't forget to hit the old subscribe button, whack the old bell, set your notifications to all, and that will give you a notification to tell you that I have one, released a video, or two, I'm on my weekly Saturday night live stream between 6 and 10. Also, if anyone would like to check out my Amazon wishlist, that will be in the description and also in the comments, pinned comment. If you'd like to help me out buying me some tools or some spare parts for my channel, there's also some bits on there for little Riley boy as well, so feel free to check out my Amazon wishlist down below in the comment section. So as I say, we're going to be looking at this Wolf 950 two-stroke generator. Apart from just pulling it over, I haven't put no fuel in it or tested it or anything like that. That's the gospel honest truth. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's check out this Wolf generator. Okay, here it is, a little Wolf generator, 50:1 Micks. Use inside for filler cap for measuring two-stroke. There's a little tiny something in there. There's a little tiny cap in there. That's right, yeah, a little tiny cup for measuring your two-stroke fuel, which is cool. I shan't be needing that. Yeah, go back in here if I can get it running. So as I say, there's no fuel in it at the moment. Completely bone dry, and the tank is really good. Plenty of compression. Which is good. It's got on-off switch, it's got your throttle, your choke and throttle, and what have you. That should be idle, yeah. Voltage meter, reset, on-off, and your 240 socket there. Getting the engine to run is one thing, getting the electric side of it to run is something else. I'm no good with electric, so if it is running but electrics don't start, then I'll have to try and pass it on to somebody else because I'm not really that way inclined. However, if it doesn't work, electrical side, I may open it up to you guys to give me some suggestions. I'm just not that minded in regards to electricity, but I'll have a little look at it, make sure that all the leads, the earths are on, that sort of stuff, but I'm not familiar. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some fuel inside the tank. It is completely bone dry. Let me just show you, just so you guys know that I'm not mucking you about. Let's take that out. Let's take you off the old stand. And just so you can see a fuel tank, let me get a torch in there. The fuel tank is absolutely bone dry, nothing in there, absolutely bone dry. Okay, so I haven't put anything in there, haven't tried it or anything at all. So first thing I'm going to do is get some fuel. I'll get it mixed up and I'll come back to you. I should probably take it out of probably take it out of the Ryobi because that's not running, so I'll take the fuel out of that to keep that fuel, and I'll put a bit in here and we'll pull it, see what happens, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I don't actually have any fuel in the Ryobi, so I've got a little bit of fuel here, but that probably won't be enough. It might be, let me see. Just a little tiny bit, maybe just to wet the whistle. Let's have a look, see what that looks like. No, I'm going to mix some more up. So let me get some fuel. I mix mine up by about 500 ml at a time. And I've already got one of these, which I picked up last season, which still runs lovely and powers. It's last season I picked it up, but I kept it by over winter to sell it this year. So hopefully I'll have 2 of these to sell. And this is in better condition, I think, than the other one. So that's that. Let me get a little bit of oil, which I'm nearly out of, as I said in my last video. I'm getting through it slightly. Make sure that's clean because there's no filter on this tank. Let's put some of that in. Yeah, that'd be enough. That's 50:1 Micks, which is good. Let me put that all out of the way. Let that drain back off out of the cap. Put a lid on. I always mix up about 500 ml at a time because I don't really use the 2 strokes. It's best just to have the 500 ml going on. So there's 500 ml of 2-stroke fuel. That going there. I'm just conscious of what's going on down below. Make sure I'm not getting no fuel leaks. Let me just blow it off with my air compressor very quickly once I put everything back. There's got a bit of grass here and what have you floating about. It's almost as tidy as Jason Pate's carburetor servicing station. It's a bit dirty. Let me just blow it off very quickly. Cool. Okay, so let's get a rag in and let's see what's happened. So we've got fuel on and off here. Fuel up, fuel down. I'm assuming that's on. I know on was the way it already was. Yeah, on is up. And that looks like off to me. Can't quite see. Bit of crud, yeah, off. So fuel is on when it's up that way. Right, let's give it a pull, see what happens. It's as simple as that. Let's on to choke, which is that way. Spark plug HT is on, I think. Yeah, that's on. Right, let's see what happens. It may just jump into life. This should be still strimmeted. Let's have a look. Another chair. Oh, you're joking me. Well, I don't know quite what to say. That's 2 of my videos now going to be about 3.5 minutes long. It's got a little bit of a hunt to it, a little tiny bit of a hunt to it. Nothing massive, but these do tend to hunt when they're not under load. I have found a lot of the ones I've come across, they do hunt when not under load, but when you put them on load, that clears. I'm annoyed because I like to work on stuff. Although I'm secretly shouting, yes, great, I haven't got to touch it. It's not much good for my viewers on YouTube. Because I like people to see me work on stuff and and to communicate. But I suppose it's just luck of a draw. I dare say the hedge trimmer won't be quite so good with that one. But so far out of the 4, I've had this one fire straight up. I've had my Stihl FS40 fire straight up. I've had my lawnmower fire straight up, and the handy one just had needed new fuel lines and fired up. So at the moment, no carburetors are clean. I may give this a carburetor clean because it has got a little bit of a hunt to it, but I dare say it hasn't been run for a little while. So what I may do is I may check the oil first, make sure that's okay. Give it a service, and then I'll see what it runs like after the service. That might be a better thing to do. Don't want to have to do anything that's not needed. I don't touch carburetors if it's running, so it may just run better with a new spark plug in it, and once it's been run for sort of half hour and what have you. But there you go. I think this cost me about a tenner, which is cool. So let's put it onto choke. I've got no fuel leaks at all for the bottom of the bowl. That's what I'm curious of. No fuel leaks at all. So onto choke. I'll turn it on on is that way. That's a bit mucky. Let's give that a bit of a happy birthday whilst we're here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear on and off switch. Happy birthday to you. That's what we're gonna do. I might take that off and give it a clear underneath. There's a bit of muck on there. So let's turn that on. That's on. Right, let's go again. So yeah, I want to check the oil, all that sort of good stuff, and that's what it is. I'm sorry it's not a long video. It's just what it is. It's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm not making this stuff up, and I wouldn't do it to you. I do feel like some of you may think, oh yeah, go on Mick, giving it all that. You know, you've worked on it before, and literally I have not touched it, other than just pull it over when I got it in the back of the van to see if it was worth even taking down the tip. But it had compression, so there you go. Nice little generator. Should fetch a pretty penny. Okay, so there you go. Did nothing to it, did I? Can't believe that someone would throw that out. Now, the fuel tap was already turned on, so it must have run out of fuel. Maybe that's why they threw it out, I don't know. And number two, why didn't the person who was selling it put fuel in it? Because all I'd done was just put fuel in, turn the tap on, give it a couple of pulls. It struggled at first, but once the fuel got into the float chamber, good as gold, and it powers a hand grinder as well, so it all works, which is cool. However, my other generator, which is down here, my Marksman, which I did previously, I'll put the link up to that video in the top right hand corner now. My carburetor on that one was absolutely filthy. So if you do have a problem with one of these generators, either it be the Wolf or the Marksman, they're all very, very similar. Check out that video because that'll give you a full carburetor clean, and it looked like our baby had been sick in the carburetor, so check that video out. So this other one, this Marksman, will only run on choke. It won't run on idle or anything else, so that's going to have to come back and just do a carburetor clean. I shan't do a video on it because the video is already up in the top right hand corner, so that one you've already seen. So that one I'm doing my own leisure, which is cool. So I've got 2 generators now for sale, which is lovely. Incidentally, if this is your first time in watching Micks Mowers, don't forget to hit the old subscribe button and whack the old bell. Set your notifications to all, that way you get a notification to tell you one, I've released a video, or 2, I'm on my weekly live stream on a Saturday night. So far to date, done the generator, done the FS40, done the handyman multi-tool, and done the lawnmower. That's 4 out of 5 up and running. Super happy, super impressed. Also, if anyone would like to help me out with my channel, buy me some tools or some spare parts, things like 2-stroke filters I need, that sort of stuff. It's all down in my Amazon wishlist in the comment section below, so feel free to check my Amazon wishlist out and perhaps buy me something for my channel. It all helps. It just saves me a bit of money and stuff I haven't got to then pick up and purchase, so I'm very grateful for anyone that does purchase anything off my Amazon wishlist. So thank you very much for joining me on this very short episode of Micks Mowers. Hope you did enjoy it, hope you found it informative. I don't think you would have. Don't forget to get a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also any comments down below, stick them down there, positive or negative, I don't really mind, I'll answer to all. So thank you very much, and I'll catch you on the next episode of Micks Mowers very, very soon. But until then, don't forget people, more importantly, take her easy.